Hello, everyone. Welcome to the seminar Talk with the Expert, episode 6. Today, we are going to talk about a very special subject. It's I have been selected for doping control. Why I'm selected? How works the doping control? The seminar is the result of a partnership between three international federations, Virtus, World Abilitysport, and IBSA. And I'm Juliana Soares, anti-doping officer for all this international federation. And it's an honor to be here with our guests. So let's introduce our guest today. We have Lara Santi. She's a DCO, doping control officer, also an anti-doping specialist and a sport nutrition. Thanks, Lara, for being here with us. And with us, our professional athlete, Alexander Hillhouse. He's a para swimming athlete representing Virtus, and he's also part of our team in Paris 2024. Thanks, Alex, for being here. Thanks both for being here. It's incredible to have great, two great professionals with us to have a little bit more about anti-doping today. So let's start. As we have been discussing in the past year, doping is a challenge in a sport and affecting not just the integrity of the competition, but also not our health, our career, and we have all legal consequences with that. Understand how works the anti-doping process. It's very important. And we are here to hear the experience of our two guests. So let's start. Lara, I know that you have been doping control officer for the past, I don't know, 15 years, almost 20 years. I really don't remember. We know each other for so long, but could explain it to our athletes very simple way how we select the athletes because the athletes are there in a competition, running, swimming, in a combat like judo, and somehow they are invited to the doping control. How we, international federations, anti-doping organizations, we select the athletes.
All right. First of all, thank you very much, Juliana, for the invitation. It's a pleasure to be with you today. Explaining very simply, we have many criteria to select an athlete. One of them is the performance. So some athletes can be selected because they are very, very good. I mean, all the athletes, Olympic athletes and Paralympic athletes, they are very good. But we have a specific elite group we call target groups. We need to test more than the others because they have a performance even more elite than the other ones. So can be performance is one of the criteria. And we can also select some athletes targeting them during the competition or even drawing them. Like if you are in a football tournament, we can draw with some athletes in the middle of the team. So it can be a simple draw, target, or even the performance coming very before we go to the competition.
Oh, so great. So doesn't mean what did you just explain that? If I'm a really great athlete getting gold medal several times, I have a huge possibility to go to the doping control. The same way that if I've never been tested, you can say, look, I want to test Juliana because we never tested her. Or if it's a team sport like football or volleyball or basketball, we can draw. So have all the names on the basket and just pick a number, right?
Right, and then we make a joke between the officers and with the
Uh-huh.
athletes. Anti-doping test is a fourth medal because you should feel honored to be selected to be tested because you are considered good enough to be tested. I mean, we're not gonna test anyone we do not consider super elite. So I mean, some athletes sometimes they are upset because all the process can be a little bit boring and not pleasant. But we always say you should feel very well. We are selecting you to be part of this very special group, considered with a very elite performance.
Amazing. And Alex, as you're an incredible athlete, for sure, we know you. You were one of our best athletes in swimming. You have been tested a couple of times. We know. I would like to hear from you. How was your experience to be tested? Like, how was to be invited to go to the doping control? How this first approach and to be selected is? How do you feel for this situation?
Well, first of all, thank you for letting me come into this meeting again. And my first doping control was just the new stuff for me because it's a new thing to try because it's you want to know if you're doing well or not in swimming. And my first doping control, I was very nervous. The guy just pulled me over and says that you need to come with me. And frankly, I did not know what to do. So he explained me how to do it. We did the doping control. So I, of course, you have to take a urinal test and then see and do the testing. And then they will, of course, tell you that you need to write some stuff down, your address, your name, and your coach name, and all the sports you do, and what the event you went in. So I did that the first time, and I brought my coach, and it was an experience that was new, but I kind of got used to it before. So it is really, really easy to do it, and I should think that everyone should try it. So because it is it's very important to do all these tests.
Oh, thanks, Alex. It's very important to do all these tests. We are not trying to hunting the bad guy. We want what we do is to make sure that everybody is competing at the same level. So for sure, if we could, would test everyone like you told. Unfortunately, we can't, but would be incredible. Uh, I can imagine how hard and anxious you felt for the first time because it happened with every athlete. It doesn't matter if swimming, athletics, table tennis, or boccia. We for sure we see the athletes. So this is why it's very important for our DCOs, the doping control officers, to be very polite and kind because it's a very sensitive moment for all athletes, especially when it's the first time. And the same way that we have athletes that like you that have been several times competing, we have sometimes youth athletes under 18 years. So imagine how stressful this moment for them. It's even worse. And as you told, it's very important to understand the step by step because it was your first time. So you said, I don't know what to do. Taking this opportunity, I would like to ask Lara, could explain in a very simple way, very compacted, the steps of the doping control process. Like the first one, it's go to the athlete, introduce themselves, and so on. Would be very incredible if you can explain to us. And if you showed something like the bottle of
Yeah.
something like that, would be incredible.
Yeah, all right. So first of all, we officers we are trained to approach the athlete, avoiding cameras, and to provide some privacy to the athlete. So I will first of all introduce myself, give my name, and then say I'm the doping control officer responsible to test you today. And always I will use any badge, any ID with me. So first of all, the athletes should make sure I am really an anti-doping officer. So I will ask you your ID, and also you can ask my ID. I not show you in the first. So it's very important all of us be identified because it's a very, very important and serious process. We try to make the thing soft as much as we can, but also is a very important procedure. So we need to follow all the protocols very strictly. Then I will ask you to follow me to the doping control station after you sign the notification. Like I am asking you to come with me for the anti-doping, and then you sign the paper I will offer to you. And also, I offer you to have someone with you. I mean, you have the right, all the athletes have the right to have one representative together in the room with us. So it's not mandatory, but we always encourage, is a good thing, to have someone with you during all the process. After that, I will ask you to follow me. You follow me to the doping control station, which is a place reserved with a private bathroom. It's a private place, so nobody will bother you or film or violate your rights to be in privacy. And then we start the process first, asking you your personal informations to put in the form, same form you signed before in the notification part. So Normally, we ask addresses, some personal information like to see a document, date of birth, address, email. It's important we have these informations to communicate with the athlete after we have the results. We have another important session when we ask about the supplements and medication the athlete can make some use regularly or in the at least the 7 last days before the test. And also, and then this is very important, if the athlete in this step have a TUE or a special authorization from WADA to use any medication, to inform the officer, and then we can connect the number of this special authorization we call therapeutic use exemption, TUE. We are full of difficult names and letters in the anti-doping, but basically it's just an authorization WADA provide to you, allowing you to use any medication. And then normally the athletes which have this, they have this number like recorded in the cell phone. So they provide us this number, we put in the form, and then we start with I will ask you, are you ready? Can be blood or urine. Today I will show you guys the bottle, the urine bottle, which is the more common in competition tests. We proceed normally with urine. And then if you are ready to provide, and like we need more or less half of this cup, I will offer you some options, like some cups to choose. You take one of these cups and go to the bathroom with one of our officers or chaperones. This is the part normally the athletes doesn't like because it's not pleasant to have someone observing you in the bathroom. But it's important to mention, guys, this is the same procedure for everybody to the whole world. I mean, nobody will be unattended in the bathroom. So we know this part is not pleasant, but it's the same for everybody. So you go to the bathroom, you put your urine here in the cup, at least 90 millimeters, half of this cup, close and bring to me in the room. So this part is important to flag. We cannot touch nothing. I mean, if the chaperone offer to you to touch the cup, you cannot allow it. I mean, this urine is yours, and then for your safety, we cannot touch it never. So you put your urine in your cup, and then you keep it with you, always with your eyes in it. Nobody can touch it, just you can manipulate your urine, okay? So just bring the cup I open, then I can show you more or less how it works. So you can open like this. This is the cup. And then we have here the cap. So PP here inside. I have some liquid here, like not brown like that, but okay. Urine, like let's fake it, this is urine. And then we just close this inside of the bathroom still and bring it to the table when you help the athlete to seal it in the urine official kit. Okay, so the athlete, when the athlete comes back, he will find some boxes like this in the table. So we always provide many options to the athlete to choose. The athlete should choose one and then observe if the box is entire, well sealed. I'm happy with my box. And then I open. So by here, this is one of the kits, guys. I mean, we have another model, but this is one of the most common. I open the box, and then here inside, I find some stuff inside. So we have some plastic bags. Focus. And here we have some bottles, 2 bottles. So we have blue bottle, and then we have the red bottle. Okay. Also, we have inside of this box 2 caps, also red and blue. So the officer will ask you to check the numbers because we have numbers here in the box. Here. We have a number here in the bottles in front. So you can see it's written A and B. So we have some numbers. I don't know if it's too tiny to see. Maybe it's too tiny. But yeah, we have this. And then here we have also numbers here in the top. So the officer will ask you, please check if the numbers match. Why you ask this? Because the test is anonymous, so we cannot identify the athlete by the name in the lab. The lab will just connect the results to this number. So this is very important to check if the number is correct here, correct in the bottles, and also in the form, because I, the officer, you write the number in the form. So you should check if all the numbers are the same. right? So then the officer will ask you to split the urine between the both bottles. So starting with the B, you just split some urine in the bottle like this. And then when it's enough, you just complete another bottle. Okay. And this is the very important part, because you should close, but make sure this is very well closed. So you listen a click like this. I'll show you again. Another click. And then you try to open it, and it's impossible to open. Like, you can put strange, you cannot open. And the officer will ask you, please try to open to make sure this is unbreakable by your hands. So this will be broken just in the lab. It's impossible to break with your hands. Also, we ask to the athlete to invert just to see if there is any leak here. All right, so we are all satisfied. It's duly sealed. So the officer will ask to you to put this in this plastic bag. This thing is normal. Many athletes ask me, what is this? So this is just to keep all the things dry here inside. Okay, so just to make sure no liquids will be here and untended. So here in the plastic bags, one per each, another one here. And then there is the sticker here. We open, we ask the athlete, this, everything is made by the athlete, okay? The officer is just giving instructions. And then we close here. Duly close. This is the second safety. And then all the bottles back to the box, right? So consider I have another one here. So then we just close it. Close. There is another sticker here. Close and done. Then send to the lab. Then now you finish to complete the things in your form. All signatures, my signature, the athlete signature, representative signature, and then I give you a copy and send this to the lab, right? So basically, this is the procedure, same for everybody in the whole world with all the kits.
Whoa, a lot of information. I must to tell that my vessel is much more fun than yours because I have pins. Athletes love pins, so I
I
have
want one of
pins.
that next time we see each other.
Okay. Thanks, Lara, for all the explanation. If you got any question or you didn't understand any part, we had the entire video from last year. You can find on our website with step by step that we done. But some information that I would like to highlight here that Lara said. First, double check the accreditation of the DCO. Sounds silly sometimes, but it's very important because this is it's a confirmation that the person that is talking with you is someone that is from the anti-doping organization, someone that have been trained and are going to provide all the privacy for you. Okay, so please double check. For athletes with intellectual impairment, please remember that when the DCO go to do the first notification, must to be with someone, the coach, the parents, the administrative person from your team or your club. Please always remember, for an intellectual impairment athletes, if you are II athlete, you must to have someone with you, including inside the doping control station. Okay, we have a special style for doping control procedures for II athletes. So please, if you have any questions, go back to our video from last year or send an email to us. For blind athletes, please, it's not mandatory, but we deeply suggest you have someone with you, okay? Why? Because the form is on paper. Even if you use the paperless that is on tablet, you cannot touch or even put in the voice over. So please have someone with you to make sure that all the informations on the form are correctly. For our PI athletes, for wheelchair athletes or amputees, please make sure that if you use any catheter, urine bag, or any device that support you to provide urine, this material, this equipment must come from you. You should have another one, an extra equipment with you, okay? I think this is covered the three federations that we have. So please keep in mind this, okay? And save the form with you because in the future, if you need, you have a copy with you, okay? So this is a very long part, but Alex is still here with us, and he's going to tell us maybe what's the most difficult or interesting, hardest, I don't know, any special part that for you it's very anxious, Alex. Like for me, I'm a DCO and I don't like to see other people pee too in front of me, but it's part of the job. Some people like I don't like to pass the urine for the two bottles because usually I drop everything on the table. For you, Alex, what which part of the doping control procedure is the most difficult, interesting, anxious, hard for you?
It's probably the questions and the forms that you had to spell down, because
Oh, it's
sometimes
true.
it could be very hard, especially people with intellectual pyramids that doesn't understand what it says there. People from another country who speak a different language doesn't even know what it says. So that's why it's required to acquire a coach or family member or who is it to go with you to help any questions. So there's like, of course, questions about what's your name, where you live, address, country, and what special medication you have taken before the doping control the last 7 days. So that is like the required I had to do, which was kind of tough. I mean, like maybe doing like a Euro test, it's like very uncomfortable the first time, but I get more used to it after later today. So it is, complicated, those paperwork, but you get through to it, and then you will. It's not even a hassle. Everyone will like to help you, and that's why we always make sure to take one with you, especially if you want to do what you love to do, of course, in sport.
Yeah.
No, you're right, Alex. Maybe a tip that athletes, not just II athletes, any athlete, it's to have a copy in your cell phone, on a piece of paper, about the supplements and medications, because some names are very hard to memorize. You don't remember, I don't remember sometimes some medications that I took 7 days before. So it's nice to record in your cell phone. Like I took a BCAA and a whey protein from uh, medical form, or I don't know, amoxicillin. So it's nice to have a copy because, as I told, we go in a different countries with different languages, and three of us here, we come from a country that use the same letters. But if you go to China, Japan, any Arab countries, it's even worse because it's different the letters how they write. So it's a really good tip, Alex, to have this information, like you said. It looks like easy, but when you're tired from the competition,
Yeah.
tired from the event, and you need to remember some informations like that, it's nice to have a backup person or paper to support you. You're totally right.
Yeah.
Lara, do you have any information, any tip that you'd like to finalize?
Yes. First of all, I know it's much information. I mean, I show the things very fast, but it's very important in general. Just to athletes do not have any shock, like when you see the kit for the first time. So just this is just to introduce the material. But it's important to remember we are there for you guys. So, I mean, you have all the time of the world. I mean, you don't need to rush yourself because the officers are waiting. No, if you are not ready, we can wait. We are there for you. I mean, I already spent with an athlete 11 hours. I mean, it's not normal. It's more than that. But I mean, it's just to show we are there. You have the whole time of the word. I mean, take your time. That space is yours. I mean, if the officer is speaking too fast, we can just say, "Could you please explain me again?" Or it's a time to make questions and then ask us to repeat. So we are there to make sure the athletes feeling comfortable with all the protocols. I mean, we have protocols to follow, strict, but we are also not police officers. I mean, you don't need to feel yourself intimidating. We are there to answer your questions, to make the things very clear. If you don't understand my language, you can just say, I don't speak English. Could you please just provide me any translator? We will do our best to make everything more comfortable as possible to the athlete because anti-dope is not a punishment. We are there to protect the sport and protect the true athletes. So our mission is to make the things as smoothly as we can. Um, we know the part to be observed in the bathroom is the most sensitive one, but we are also trained to not make anyone feel uncomfortable. I mean, we are professionals and we know how to observe with and don't make people feeling uncomfortable with of our observation. So yeah, the tip I have is make the questions wherever. Stupid questions doesn't exist. So if you feel any doubt, but please just ask to your officers. We are there prepared to answer anything you want to ask us, and take your time. I mean, there's no rush, no pressure. We just ask the athletes to follow us to the room as soon as we can. But also, if the athlete wants to go to another place, just talk to your officer, and then when it's possible, we try to adapt the things inside of the protocol. So don't be shy or afraid of your officers. We are there to support the athletes and do our best to flexibilize when it's possible.
Amazing. Alex, do you have any tip, any sentence, any idea that you would like to leave us before we end this session?
Mm, no, I think we got everything right. Just a clarification to everyone going to crew control, make sure to bring an ID to verify your name, date of birth, and make sure to bring your doctor's office's card if you have anything to show if you're taking anything. So, but I think no, I think we got everything good.
Yeah, you're right. Uh, Thanks again. I would like to say thanks to Alex for being here. Anders, that is his coach, that is beside of him. Thanks, Anders, to support us. Yeah. Thanks for your support here with the technology stuffs. I'm not very good on technology, so Anders is helped me here. Thanks, Lara, for your friendship and also for your experience sharing here with us.
It's a
Uh,
pleasure.
this, as you're seeing, this video is recorded and uploaded in our YouTube channel and in our website from our international federations. And thank you very much. And I see you in the last meeting on 2025. That will be 19th of December. We have Alex again here, and he's going to talk about the legal consequence for test positive. So the trick one for the last seminar. Be ready, and thank you very much. Remember, the Rio champs play clean. Bye.